So this is basically the story of the EYE DIVINE CYBERMANCY in as much of a nutshell as I can put it. You start out the game, you have amnesia, and your commander's like, hey man, get your shit together. You grab a gun, you go through the entire tutorial level without them actually telling you how to do any tutorial stuff. They just kind of say, hey, go to the tutorial menu and look at all this shit that you can do. So then you go up on the elevator, and Dutch is like, hey man, what's up? I gotta go back down there. And you're like, okay, I guess you're not gonna be very important for the rest of the game. So you finally complete the entire tutorial level. You go back to your HQ, and the mentor is like, hey man, what happened down there? You're like, I don't know, I got amnesia. And he's like, that sucks. Check your mail. You go over to your mail, and it says, yo man, go to the commander. You go to the commander. He's like, yo man, read a book. So you go read some books. You come back to the commander. He's like, I got some mission for you. Elite stuff. Nazis. And then you go head on out to do your first mission. You go do all these missions, and you finally end up on Mars. And when you get to Mars, you're like, okay, I can join my enemies, or I can remain loyal to the cause that I've been doing all this shit for in the first place. So, if you decide to remain loyal to the cause, then you have to go to the King of Mars, which is a giant skeleton with a crown sitting on a throne, and he's like, hey dude, kill X number of dudes for me. And you're like, alright, and he's like, good luck. So you go off, you kill all these dudes. I had to kill 30, I don't know how many you had to kill. But you go off, you kill these dudes, which is really difficult, because fighting people is fucking hard. So, unless you send the respawn rate, whatever, this isn't part of the story. So you go back, and you're like, hey man, can you open up that portal now? He's like, yo bro, I already did. And you're like, what? And he's like, yeah dude, you didn't have to kill anybody. And you're just like, eat a dick. So, you head on down, go through the portal, and then your commander's like, hey, kill your mentor. And I was like, what? And then I told the mentor, I'm like, mentor, commander wants me to kill you. And he's just like, shit, let's ride up on that nigga's ass. So when we head back to the HQ, I meet the mentor, and I'm like, alright dude, let's do this, let's pop some caps. And he's like, nah man, time to throw down. So we fight, I don't know why, and then you get this like magic power that kills anything in one hit. And when I mean kills anything in one hit, it kills anything in one hit. It kills like these giant angel demons. It kills those fucking vertibirds or whatever they are. It's dropships, I'm not sure. Anything, even final bosses. That's besides the point. So, anyway, you get like, it's called one of the gates. It's like Triangle Gate or something like that. So then you gotta kill these other three guys, which are known as pillars or generals, really. And then you kill them, and then the commander's like, oh, you gotta fight me in the temple now. So you go over there, you jump through this whole long fucking maze kind of thing. You go and you fight him, and then after you kill him, you're told to read the scroll. You read the scroll, and then all of a sudden, it's like, executive producer, CEO, art director, and you're like, these are the fucking credits. So then it tells you just to leave. And you leave, and then you're teleported back to the beginning of the HQ, where it's just completely populated by all these people, and you have to talk to three people, and one guy's like, yo man, what's up? And you're like, not much, why is the commander's room empty? He's like, commander, this room's been empty for years. And you're just like, that's fucking bullshit. He's like, nah man, you just go in there, and you talk to yourself, and then you fly off. And so, your guy has to go talk to two more people. One of them's talking about a mysterious man with a baton, and the other one's talking about lore or some shit. I don't know. But it ends up that you have to go back to the fucking room where you fought the final boss, and then you get teleported back to the beginning of the game, in the cave, you have amnesia, and then the commander says to you, yo, hey, get your shit together. So you grab a gun, you go through the entire tutorial again, and once that's complete, you go through the entire game again, you get to Mars. Do you want to betray your friends? No. Okay. Go kill 30 people for the King of Mars. Did it. Did you have to do it? Nope. Here's the portal. You go through again. The commander's like, kill your mentor. Alright, why not? Pop. Got him right in the face. Let's see. Yeah. So you kill him. And then you go back to HQ, and for whatever fucking reason, everyone's out to kill you now. So, you have to kill, again, all three of the pillars, then you go to the main commander, you pop him in the face, but before you do all that, like, the first thing you get there, you meet this werewolf who's like, here's a psychic power, man. And you're like, what the fuck is this for? He's like, whatever, let's go ride up on these guys, and instantaneously dies to the first thing you fight. So, pop, kill three stooges, whatever, I tried to say pillar, stooge, it got met, who cares? Kill the commander, go back to the beginning of the HQ, this room's been empty for years, here's some lore, pass the baton, go back to the fucking, like, whatever, room, go back to the gate, start at the beginning of the game again, commander says, get your gun, let's go, through the fucking whole tutorial, and then you finally get back to Mars, and he's like, yo man, you want to betray your friends? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I do, I want to get out this goddamn circle. So, you betray your friends, you gotta do like this whole other side mission, and you go back to HQ, you gotta pop the 3 guys in the head, but this time you're actually given like 60 fucking dudes, I think. I'm not actually too sure, can't remember. But you pop all these dudes in the face, and you go back, and you go kill the commander again, you get like some other psychic power if you talk to a guy in a side mission or something. And, anyway, you leave, you go back to the fucking beginning of the HQ level again. Hey man, this has been empty for years, here's some lore, race cross country, and then you go again through this teleporter, and finally after all this you have 3 psychic powers which are known as gates. And when you get to the tutorial level, the big payoff is that instead of the commander goes, get your shit together, get rid of whatever, but you can just go to your right instead, and there's like a portal that's been opened because you know the 3 Kung Fu Gates master. So you go through that, and there's this whole level of these dudes with like big fucking hammers, and you run through the entire thing. It's pretty easy, just grab a minigun, no real like problems. So you go through this entire thing. At the end of it, there's a woman in a like white dress and a white hood, and you see her out throughout the entire game, you fight her for whatever reason, and she's like, hi honey, took you long enough to get here, and you're like, who the fuck are you? And she's like, I'm gonna imply that I'm your wife, and that you are also the commander, and you're also your mentor. And you're just like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? What? How? And she's like, do you want to continue the circle, or do you want to try to go beyond the transcendence, or some odd bullshit like that? I don't know. It's not translated well. So I was like, I guess I'll try to break the circle. And then you go to this place, and you're literally just on a rock with some hills and pillars sticking out of the ground. And she's like, whatever you do, don't break the seal. And you're like, ha ha ha, drinking jokes. So there's nothing to do here. There's no armory. There's nothing. There is nothing to do here. So on the ground is an Ouroboros, and I guess I said that right. I hope I said that right. And then you can, if you want, break that, and you go through that, and you are at, again, the beginning of the game, where the commander says, get your shit together, grab a gun, go through the entire tutorial, and the game literally never ends. That's it. Pretty simple.